asked your coach this, I'll ask you, how is it possible going forward, knowing the dynamic here and the ice time to divvy up, to keep three centers of your caliber all pleased and satisfied with the ice time and the opportunities and even the salaries?
That's a very good question. I think it's probably a better question for the coach, but I think I'm very happy being in Pittsburgh and playing with these guys, and I think I love playing here. So we'll see how the future holds.
Jordan, this will be the last time I asked from a different way. Why wouldn't someone at your age and with what you've done want to eventually, knowing it's so short term off, try the open market to see what's out there? Like, what would be your incentive to not go to free agency in a year?
I think just being here. I think talking to a lot of guys that have came and left, and they've always had a soft spot for Pittsburgh, and they love playing here. So I know I love being here, and I love the guys in the room, and that's a huge factor for myself.
Jordan, when you guys won the Cup a couple of years ago, given the youth of your core, looked like you're on the verge of maybe a couple more. Do you still feel that way?
Well, yeah. Obviously, very disappointing season this year, or playoffs, and we still are very happy with our core group that we have here, and very confident that we can be a very good team for a long time, and hopefully that works out.
Jordan, what about your season as a whole? I mean, one of your best offensive production and also defensive well. How do you think your season went overall?
Yeah, personally, I felt I had a very good season. It was a bit jump offensively, getting the opportunities. When Sid was out, I played a lot more offensively, and the points went up, which was great, and it was a lot of fun this season.
Early, Jordan, you guys scored enough goals to win the series under normal circumstances. Defensively, can you bolster your team, but at the same time, going back to Rob's initial question, maybe surround you, if you were to stay long-term, with enough offensive weapons to have three centers that get the same amount of ice time and opportunity?
Yeah, I think this series, defensively we weren't quite there, and we have a lot of firepower up front, a lot of guys that can score goals, so that's always positive. But we got to find a way to play tighter and a more sound defensive game.
Do you guys think you were too easy to play against in any way?
I don't think.
Past, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know if we were easy to play against, but it was definitely not as tight, and we definitely didn't play frustrating hockey that can really rattle a team. We kind of kept scoring, but we didn't keep them off the scoreboard and keep their momentum away.
Regarding the penalty kill, Daniel Breer said one reason he felt they had success on the power play was they have those two power play units. But their depth, specifically on the penalty kill, give you guys trouble?
I'm not sure if it was the depth, but I think they had a good power play, but there was just one too many mistakes for our PK. We just didn't do the job, and whether it was the depth or their players, I think it was still just onus on our PK unit and just not getting the job done.
Do you have any answers yourself about what it might have been?
Not really. If you look at the record during the season, we finished top 3 on the penalty killing. Obviously, we didn't do the job on that situation. We didn't execute the right way. Like you said, we did win 51 games in a season, and you 6 games later, you lose 4 and you're out, and everybody's disappointing. So it's a tough loss, actually.
There's a lot of debate always about what's more important, finishing, with a #1 seed, or is it more important playing well as you go in? Obviously, this matchup was not a good matchup for you guys, as maybe a 1 versus 8 would have been if you had gotten that. Were there any disappointments in the fact that you lost 2 games to the Islanders prior to the end of the season that might have cost you that chance?
Can't look back at that. We felt pretty comfortable going in the series, knowing that if we did play the right way, if we did execute, we would have won. Obviously, didn't do either of that, so came out on top.
Did the PK thing kind of snowball on you? Did it get to the point where you guys as penalty killers thought they were going to score and maybe came out of your game?
It's a game of confidence, so they gained some and we lost some as they were scoring down the every game. So it's like I said, it's one area of our game that we feel comfortable, that we're doing well, that we're proud of usually, and that's what really killed us in the playoffs.
Is there anything you can point to as to maybe putting it all together and having the year that you were able to have this year individually?
Well, right now it's obviously not individual stuff we're going to talk about. We're gone. As a team we lost, and I'm part of that team, so I'm obviously not going to talk about myself right now.
You guys have a lot of confidence in this group together. Typically when you lose in the first round, there are changes, and I would suspect there'd be some. But would you want another shot with this same group, feeling that maybe you can do it next time?
I would, yeah. I'd take that same team over to get another shot at it.
I'll have to meet with Dan and Ray and see what their plans are, and then we'll discuss it with the family. It's not a decision for just myself anymore. It's definitely a family's decision. So we'll see what the options are, and then discuss as a family and go from there.
In a perfect world, I assume you'd like to come back. Seem like you fit in pretty well here. Safe to say.
Yeah, it's been a great year. The transition was seamless, and I think that obviously it's not the way we want it to end, but 51 regular season wins. It was the regular season was really good, and it's a great dressing room, great bunch of guys.
Steve, you were sitting in that exact spot about 2 weeks ago talking about why you thought your team could win the Cup. It seemed like you were making a lot of sense. What changed, and how did it change so quickly?
I mean, I would still give you the same answers today. Why I believe that this team could win a Cup. So it's very disappointing. That it ended the way it is. I mean, obviously we don't have answers. If we would have had answers, we could have fixed them before it comes to an end. So it's a question that's eluded a lot of us.
Steve, Dan and Ray said that they take responsibility for what happened in the playoffs. How much responsibility, though, do the players take for what happened?
I think to a man, I think we all feel responsible for it. It's a team game, and that
That's a good one.
we could all have been better in some area or another. So you win as a team and you lose as a team. So I think that I can't speak for anybody else, but I can sure guess that we definitely all feel responsible.
Play scored a fair amount of goals in the series, but still gave up 3 shorthanded goals. Why do you think there were some issues in that respect?
I'm not sure. I think that that's definitely those 3 shorthanded goals definitely hurt us, and could have turned the series around. So it definitely gave them momentum. So as much as we're proud of the fact that we were able to score a lot of power play goals, you want to create momentum on a power play by goals or just good scoring chances. So you definitely don't want to give them shorthanded goals.
Steve, your foot, Ray was talking about how you had to get shot up. When did that occur, and how much pain were you going through?
It happened in the game in Boston. I took a Brian Ralston's shot off the foot in the first period. I was able to finish the game, but once I took the skate off, it was pretty painful. So, but that being said, getting it shot up before games, it didn't deter from my play at all. It once I was able to shoot it up, I really couldn't feel the pain. I don't think so, no.
With regards to health, how much of a success was this season for you, considering some of your more recent seasons?
Health-wise was great. I think that it was one of my better years. I think that I think I missed 3 games. 2 at the end. One I probably could have played in. And it was just more of little nagging things than just real injuries. So I'm glad that the body's is holding up great.
So how many more years would you like to play? Have you considered that? Or
No, to be honest with you, I haven't considered it. I think it's at this point in time, it's more of it's more year by year. I really think I gotta think of it that way because situations change, and like I said, I firmly believe that my family's influence has a lot to do on how much I'm going to play.
Does the CBA muddy that issue, especially considering where you are in this stage of your career? Does that present any extra concern at all?
No, not for me. I think that.
Especially as a guy who went through it in 04, 05.
Yeah, I think that we need to get the best deal possible for both sides. I think it's got to be a fair deal, and hopefully we can work something out. But I don't think that I could influence or would try to influence any decision to be made for my part, just to make sure we can play again next year. I think that it's got to be. Hopefully we can get something done very quickly, and we can continue to play. But if worst case scenario, we need to think of the long-term longevity of the game.
Do you see any overriding issue or series of issues that maybe are the biggest obstacle in this potential negotiation?
Not yet. I don't think we haven't really started negotiating, so we really don't know what they're looking for. I think that we made a lot of concessions in 04, and I think that they got everything they wanted: 24% rollback, a hard cap. I don't know what else they're going to ask for this time, but I don't see how they can't be happy with winning it last time, hands down. Hopefully we can get something done quick.